Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be covering a replay of a game I had the other day off stream in Missouri. We're in a double Missouri division on EU, of course. But here we go. So, what is the Missouri before we start, of course? And if you do want a full video or whatever, like a proper, maybe review on Missouri in the future, I totally can cover it. This video will be just like a showcase of one of the good games I had in it recently, I guess, off stream. But yeah, in summary, the Missouri is basically an Iowa with a worse heal, but it does get radar instead of spotter plane. So you do lose spotter plane and the improved heal, but you get radar. The radar is 9.5 kilometer range, so it can be pretty useful. And we're, of course, here we're top tier, so it's gonna be pretty easy overall to play the ship. But otherwise, it's very similar to an Iowa, as you can see. I mean, they are the same class of ship in real life, so there you go. But let's skip to some actual gameplay. Alright, so we get some damage on the Palmer here, and we're just gonna play a bit aggressive, because we are top tier, you have to remember. So we're just gonna play a bit aggressive here. By that I don't mean running it down into the enemy spawn, by the way. As you can see, we're playing loop, so we're going to the sea cap here, because there's this big rock in the middle. And you can actually use it quite easily to, hide from the majority of the ships and basically isolate fights, especially with this Mogami, which is what we want to do. We're both shooting the Mogami here because he's going broadside. My friend does punish him. I sadly miss my shot, so I get 5.7k damage, so not too much, sadly. But it is what it is. And as you can see, the enemy team is setting up for a kiting flank here, double. Well, it's actually a Palmer and FDG, Seattle Veneto. So we don't want to run out in the open here just yet, because they can actually smash us quite a fair bit. But anyway, so we see this. Well, we shoot the Mogami, of course. We should be able to finish him off. We get a Citadel, okay. About 6k damage Citadel, which isn't crazy, but it's something. And yeah, we get to shoot, I guess, the Seattle, who's broadside. We don't want to come out here because of the FDG Palmer. Like I told you, we want to isolate the fight against the Seattle. This will minimize the damage taken from us. So we can actually use that HP later in the game when we're gonna actually need it. Because we don't know most of the time if... Well, we get a Citadel there for 18k. We don't know most of the time if the game is gonna last long or not. So taking unnecessary risks early on doesn't really make sense, I guess. The Seattle does die to my friend, which is pretty good. We're up to 45k damage, so not too much, not too little. By the way, do let me know what my mic sounds like in the comments, because apparently it sounds pretty hollow right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's more space behind the microphone, I think. So that's probably why. I need to find a way to fix it. I hope it is at least audible right now. But yeah, we're gonna try fight this FDG. We've kind of isolated a fight with him. The Pomeranian is going to be able to get shots on us very soon. We have double Grom, by the way, which is the new Pan-European Tier 7 Tech Tree Destroyer. But yeah, so FDG, semi-broadside, not fully broadside, but I do believe we should be able to punish him slightly. Our other Grom's dying. We got 9k, so not too much. But damage is damage. We need damage. We're waiting... to go dark. Pretty much we're just gonna wait here. We don't want to push into the smoke, because let's say we push into the smoke here. It'll be useless when we shoot, because, well, we get spotted anyway, right? So if we do, we're just gonna sit kind of like here. But I think the important thing is, even though I'm shooting the Veneto, is we want to get shots on this FDG. As we know, he was pushing out. I don't know if he's gonna keep pushing out. I don't remember. But looking on the minimap right now, it is pretty important that we pay attention to him, because, well, if he comes out broadside, we should be able to punish him, get some free damage, etc. We are losing the game, by the way. 2 caps. We also have a ship disadvantage, so that's not too good. I radar here to see what the FDG is doing. The radar was actually a wasted radar, to be honest, because the turbines literally came out right as I radared to see the FDG. So the turbine spotted them anyway, so there was no point in the radar in reality. But yeah, we're just playing patient here. I don't want to run it down into secondary range. The secondary range on the Pomeranian is 12 kilometers, so he is already in secondary range. I don't want to die to him. I'm paying attention here because I think the FDG is gonna come out broadside to me. So me and my Missouri div mate should be able to smash him a bit. The Tirpitz does die because he did play overly aggressive there, I think. 9k on the FDG again. Sadly no 20k salvos on this FDG, but it is what it is. Does he actually go down to a Tirpitz Torp? Yes, he does. But yeah, we're up to 74k damage. Nothing much happening so far. But if you're paying attention to the score, etc., we are losing, right? We're losing by quite a fair amount, actually. Because we do have the cap disadvantage and the ship disadvantage still. And of course time is ticking. So we need to actually start playing the game. Start getting these kills quickly. Or we're just not gonna win the game. So we do 20k on the Veneto there. Which is pretty good actually. Something I noticed on the minimap is the Kutuzov is rotating to the B cap. So what I want to do here, because I don't think we're gonna beat the Pomer and Veneto too easily, to be honest. Even both as Missouris. Because it's just not that easy to do it, especially since Veneto's so tanky and Pomer, well, he's not tanky, but he's decently tanky, I guess, against us. And plus we could get YOLO torped, so we don't want to sit around here just waiting to get torped. So what I'm doing here is I want to rotate around and go kill the Kutuzov potentially, or maybe just help around on B, maybe cap B or something, because we are losing on the cap and we do need some points right now. Not just from these 2 ship kills, but just from the game in general. That's basically it, really. The Veneto is back, so we should be able to shoot it. I'm sorry I haven't recorded the video, but I just haven't been feeling up for it. I don't know why. But we'll try get back into the mood, I guess, for recording. A shell hit for 0 damage, not bad. Pretty much boring gameplay right now. This is pretty much your passive boring gameplay. But I think watching a game like this is pretty good because it teaches you how to be a bit patient and not try to play super aggressive. I see a lot of people in randoms just go in for playmaking or something, making big plays for nothing. Here, me and my Missouri div mate are just playing, I wouldn't say not aggressive. I think we're playing pretty aggressive. We're in their spawn. But we're not overly aggressive in where we're running it down into the Pomer and getting torped, etc. Because I see a lot of people trying to do that. That's just not good. I do try to get a shot on this Pomer here, but sadly he's too fast. He gets behind the rock. So I'm going to rotate my gun soon to the Kutuzov. He's 2k HP. I should be able to finish him off. Sure, a kill steal. But we need some kill steals right now, guys. Because there's only 3 ships left on our team. And there's quite a lot on their team. So there's actually 7. After this shot there will only be 6, so pretty good. They're up to 777 points and we're down to 250. But it's okay, because we get a kill.
Problem solved, sir.
We want to get damage though as well, not just kills right now. But we do need to farm some kills because, well, we need the points. We need the points. There's a submarine left too, so that's gonna be pretty hard for us to deal with, to be honest. But yeah, Gneisenau's down to 1.7k. I should be shooting him here, but I thought that my Grom would finish him off, but then I realized the fire's not ticking, so I said, okay, fine, I'll finish him off myself. Just to make sure, just in case. Full HP North Carolina pops up. We're gonna have to work pretty hard to win this game. It's not that easy. Because we're only 3 ships, even though now they only have 5 ships remaining. We still have to kill the remaining ships, right? There's still a lot of ships to kill. And there's 2 half HP battleships, a full HP battleship, a submarine we don't know the HP of, and a Friesland I don't know the HP of. Okay, the submarine is full HP almost. We get some ASWs on him. He is homing on us, sadly. But I will try to dodge it to the best of my ability. We want some ASW on him. Roms seems to be wanting to go for the submarine kill. The problem with that, I get Confederate, which gives us a reload buff, by the way, which is good. The problem with this Grom running it like that is he's gonna have to deal with the Friesen, which could be an issue, because Friesen, of course, outguns him, and we don't know his HP. I don't know his HP, maybe he's low. But yeah, so our reload on Missouri right now with Confederate, because I am running Halsey as the captain, so every Confederate we get a reload buff. It's 22.5 seconds, which is pretty good. That's gonna, of course, help us win the game. It's gonna be pretty important for us. So, Veneto pushing up. We want to kill that, then maybe Pomeranian, and then North Carolina. We want to try pick our fights well here, because if we lose too much HP in random trades, It's not gonna be worthwhile because then we'll just lose. But I think we're in a good position to win, even though our div mate is very low. We should be able to 2v1 the Veneto. The Pommern, for some reason, by the way, I don't know why, he goes and sits behind that rock for quite a long time, which, honestly, if he thought he's gonna win the game, isn't too bad of an idea. But he didn't take into account the fact that me and my div mate can actually start killing people here. So he just sits there AFK, basically. Our Grom does die. The AFK play there, I mean, it's good if you're guaranteed gonna win the game, but in this case, he's not guaranteed. It looks good for him, but it's not guaranteed. The Veneto is suicidal here. So, we're gonna be able to hopefully finish him off when I get a radar. My radar's in 1 second. We use it on cooldown. Veneto gets spotted, but I wait. The reason I wait here is because the angle's too steep for me, and he has to angle to my div mate here, so we're just gonna wait. And he shows more broadside. Sadly, he does get knocked down to 5k. I say sadly because I wanted more damage on him, because I'm greedy. It is what it is. We get our 4th kill of the game on the Veneto. Points are stabilizing a bit now. 500 to 750. U190 over there, spotted. We're gonna try to get some ASWs on him. We have to try predict it a bit more better, I guess. But we should be able to finish him off. Now, a mistake I'm making here is I'm completely ignoring the fact that the Pommern is running it down on my div mate. But now I realize I'm turning my gun slowly. I want to help my div mate out. We get a Kraken on the submarine, so pretty good. Pretty good overall. Get 7k on the Pommern. We're trying to help him out a bit because the secondaries are gonna outtrade him, of course. But we can smash the Pommern with guns. Now my div mate does smash him with guns bow in. I tried to get a shot, but not really required because my div mate secondaries do actually end up killing him. No, actually his main guns. Okay. Damn, I forgot. It's okay. So now there's only 2 ships left, North Carolina and Friesen. It's a 2v2, not too bad. My div mate though, he's really low. Let's check his HP. He's 4k with no heals left, so better off him just staying alive and me just working the North Carolina slowly. Now, North Carolina's full HP, Friesen's 1 HP. I should have probably shot the Friesen, but it's okay. With hindsight, everything is dumb, I guess. So we do 20k up to the North Carolina, which isn't too bad. But the Friesen pops up again. We want to get a Citadel on the North Carolina, if possible. He was full broadside. I was pretty mad at that point when I didn't get a Citadel. I was thinking of shooting the Friesen, but then I realized if I shoot the Friesen, I'm just going to lose the brawl against the North Carolina. If I lose the brawl, I lose the game. GG. We do get Citadel, but it's okay. So I focus on the North Carolina. I zoom in like this. I get a shot. Dev strike the North Carolina, 40k. We'll get our 6th kill of the game, up to 216k damage. And there's only 1 ship left. He's really low. We do have the points advantage now, so I could literally just stay AFK in the cap with him. But I decided I want the kill, of course. Because, well, what's a Friesen gonna do to a Missouri who's 26k HP? And the reason I say this is because Friesen, even though it's a destroyer, and it could torp me, well, Friesen has no torps because it's a destroyer with no torps, so there's literally no threat. Plus he's 500 HP, so what we have to do is walk around, get a secondary hit or our main gun hit, and he dies. And we could potentially get our 7th kill of the game, which is what we want right now. We want our 7th kill. Now, of course, we had some kills stolen. Like I said, we stole some kills, but we needed to win the game. It is what it is. Like, no one should be turbo disappointed about that. We just needed to do that to win the game. So we're turning around the island. We're, of course, hydroed by Friesen. Friesen has hydro. But we should be able to finish him off, and therefore winning us the game. They say GG in chat. They know what's coming. They know what's coming. Missouri's quite fast. I went this side of the rock, by the way, if you were wondering. I went this side of the rock because if Friesen reverses, I'm faster than him going forward. If I go forward into him, he can just keep ring around the rosy around the rock, and I never end up killing him. So I think we made the right decision doing this. Sadly, we have no radar here. I think we could have had the extra radar, the one we wasted on the FDG. But it's okay. Let's see where he is. There he is. And I turn my brain on after 2 seconds. And I end up killing him, and we win the game. Alright, so for personal score, we ended up doing 217k damage, 2.6 million credits, 12,000 XP, 12,000 free XP, not too bad. 7 kills, 93 shell hits, 4 citadels. We got Confederate, Kraken, Dev Strike, High Caliber, and then we got a bunch of division achievements. And we got 4 target hits on the submarine. For team score, we ended up doing 2.8k base XP. Our divmate did 2.1k base XP. Pretty good, since third place got 1.3k base XP, so the base XP difference was quite significant. And we had the most of the kills, but we also did most of the work. For detailed report, we did 67k to the North Carolina, 37k to the Veneto, 12k to the sub, 12k to the Mogami, and then chip damages on each ship we had to just finish. For example, 500 on the Friesland, 600 on the Gneisenau, and 2.4k on the Kutuzov. Damage received 89k. We did 217k, 200k of which was from AP, and then 12k and some extra was from the submarine damage. For credits and XP, we got 2.5 million credits, 12,000 XP, 12,000 free XP, and 52,000 commander XP. Alright, so for my commander of Missouri, I had preventative maintenance, gun feeder, greasy gears, risk, adrenaline rush, concealment expert, fire prevention expert, and emergency repair expert. For equipment, I had artillery plotting room mod 2, concealment system mod 1, prop mod 1, artillery plotting room mod 1, surveillance radar mod 1, and damage control party mod 1. If you don't have surveillance radar, you should take damage control system mod 1. And if you don't have damage control party mod 1, you should take main armaments mod 1. But that's pretty much it, really. That's pretty much the well, I would say highlight, but it's not really a highlight, I guess. It was just a good game I had off stream, so I wanted to feature it. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm sorry I haven't been posting a lot. I just haven't been in the mood recently, I guess. I need to try work on that for sure. When I do, hopefully we can create more content, etc. that you can enjoy. But I hope you enjoyed this Missouri video, and I'll see you in the next one. Big fan, guys.